Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Saturday football review. We saw 3 games of footy. We saw the Sharks beat the Titans 40 points to 10. We saw the Warriors beat the Broncos 26 points to 16. And we saw a phenomenal game just then. The Panthers beat the Tigers 19 points to 12. Let me fix this damn bloody camera up. That should do the job. Hopefully it's all clear. All right, let's get into it. So I don't want to be on here for too long because there was 2 games that were just absolute shithouse. Cronulla Gold Coast and New Zealand Brisbane was shit games. I really want to talk about the Tigers Panthers game because my God, what a game of footy! Oh my God, it had so much aggression. It had bits and pieces of bring back the Biff, not fully, but my God, if punches were allowed to be thrown, I reckon we would have saw about 20 punches in that game tonight. It had a lot of. It was a very aggressive game, but let's talk about the first game, which there isn't much to talk about. Honestly, I'll probably spend about 6 minutes on this review tonight, somewhere between 6 and 8 minutes, I reckon. So we saw Cronulla beat the Gold Coast, Cronulla 40, Gold Coast 10. What a shit game. The Sharks weren't convincing for a long time in that game, and then when they were able to click, they were on point. They just went bang, bang, bang. Bye bye, Gold Coast. Gold Coast were good for the first half, but rugby league goes for 80 minutes, not 40. And I thought the Gold Coast were very poor in the second half. I thought the likes of Brendan Hamill-Uele, I thought he was absolutely outstanding for the Sharks. In my opinion, probably the best on the ground today. How much minutes did he run for? 159. I thought Andrew Fafita was awesome off the bench. I thought Andrew Fafita had a phenomenal game. Who else was good? I thought Blake Brayley as well. I thought he was terrific. Nick Corey was good, running some great lines. It's a shame about Matty Moylan doing his hamstring again. Bit of a tightness, so it's not a full hamstring, but it's a shame to see Moylan go off injured. I don't like seeing the same players get injured over and over again. It's a shame when that happens. As for the Gold Coast, well, there isn't much to talk about. I thought they were really poor. Tyron Roberts at fullback was absolutely ridiculous. I thought Bryce Cartwright in the centres was nothing but a joke. Um, the Sharks ended up putting Talakai in the centres and they just carved up. But God, there isn't a lot to talk about in this game. It was a shit game, but um, congrats to the Cronulla Sharks. They were too good for the Gold Coast. Anyone would have won that game today. The Gold Coast were poor, and yeah, I'll give the Gold Coast Titans performance a 3 out of 10. I'll give the Sharks performance a 7.5 out of 10. Back-to-back weeks, I've scored 40 points, so their confidence in attack is very high at the moment. My top 3 on ground, I'm gonna go. This is tricky because there wasn't many standouts in this game, in my honest opinion. But I'm gonna go number 3. I'm gonna go with Blake Brayley. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Andrew Fafita. And number 1, my man the match, Brendan Hamill-Uele. Thought he was outstanding for the Sharks. Now let's move on to the next game. Warriors 26, Broncos 16. The Broncos had this game. They just threw it away. Very emotional after the game. Brodie Croft and Alex Glenn were very emotional. They were crying. They were just, I think they're getting sick and tired of losing week in, week out. I don't want to sit here and bash the Broncos because there's enough of that already happening. So my 2 cents is I think Seabold's hanging by a thread. I think the best way I can put it is it's like Seabold's um, climbing down a bridge and something's about to break and he's just hanging on to the edge by like an inch, just hanging on. I think that's Stephanie Seabold's coaching at the Broncos at the moment. He's just hanging on by a thread. I don't think he will last much longer. He's got to be sacked. The Broncos aren't performing. You know, when the Broncos were up 10-0, I thought, if they go up 14, they might be on the way to victory. 10-0 wasn't convincing enough. When the Warriors scored before halftime, I said to my family who I was watching football with, I said, that's a game changer right there. Warriors score that try. It's 10-6 at halftime. That's a massive game changer. And I give the Warriors a massive chance now. And they end up coming out and doing the job, which I thought the Warriors were really great tonight. Late in the second half, I thought they were pretty clunky from the first half. Weren't that good at all. And then when they found that momentum in the second half, they sort of were hard to stop. And They lost Nicarima early. I thought Chanel Harris-Tavita did a great job. He combined it well with Blake Green. I thought Ken Mamalo was outstanding. He had a great performance. Yeah, Tohu Harris was probably my man of the match. As for the Broncos, Coates scored a try. He made a lot of meters because he scored 2 tries. Payne Haas was the Broncos' best player, I reckon. Carrigan was good. The Broncos' halves aren't working. Milford's got to be dropped, seriously. Milford doesn't do anything for me. Boyd doesn't do a lot. I don't know. The Broncos, they're a mess. A lot of shit to work on. I'm going to give the Broncos' performance tonight a 4 out of 10. Thought they tried hard, but when the pressure was on, they crumbled. I thought the Warriors, I'll give them a 6.5 out of 10. Wasn't a great game to watch. My top 3 on ground, I'm going to go number 3, I'm going to go Blake Green. Number 2, I'm going to go Ken Mamalo. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Tohu Harris. Thought he was terrific. Now, let's get into this last game. Tigers-Panthers. Panthers 19, Tigers 12. My God, what a great game. Great game of rugby league. I thought the Panthers were terrific. I thought the Tigers were terrific as well. I thought it was a really high quality game of rugby league. Panthers obviously coming second at the moment, and the Tigers sitting around 6th, 7th on the ladder, doing a great job. Obviously, the turning point was when Api Coruscant accidentally knocked out or accidentally hit Luciani Leilua right in the jaw. He has a suspected broken jaw. I hope Luciani Leilua is okay. It was a complete accident. Coruscant did not deliberately mean to injure Leilua, but, you know, he hit him. I'm surprised he wasn't in the sin bin. I've seen them being called in the sin bin in the past, so a bit surprised about that, but it was an accident. So he's on report, Coruscant. Most likely end up at the judiciary on Tuesday night. You know, as for Joey Leilua, now I'll give my 2 cents on this. Now, I understand Joey Leilua was angry and frustrated and really pissed off. I would be in the same situation if it happened to my brother or if it happened to your brother. You would be reacting the exact same way as Joey Leilua. But I am more than happy to see Joey Leilua be aggressive and just bash the shit out of his opposition. But what he did at the end on Dylan Edwards was absolutely ridiculous. He was sent to the sin bin. I thought he was going to have another fight. Honestly, him and Kikau were going at each other all night. I think the reason why he coat-handed Dylan Edwards is because when Luciani Leilua was down injured, you can see in the background Dylan Edwards had a big smirk on his face, and it looked like he was having a bit of a laugh about the injury of Luciani Leilua. So Joey Leilua was fuming. I don't blame him, and yeah, he was very upset. But the one he did at the end on Dylan Edwards, I thought maybe it was a bit stupid, but in saying that, if I was Joey Leilua, I probably would have done the same thing. But the Panthers players weren't obviously impressed, and you know, it's good to see a bit of aggression in the game, but you know, a bit silly in some ways. But I loved it. I fucking loved it. Do it again. When the game was over, I wanted to see Joey Leilua come out in the dressing shed and just go fucking bang. I want to see a fight, but you know, can't promote violence anymore in rugby league. But it would have been good to see like a Glenn Stewart and Adam Blair sort of fight back from 2011. It would have been good to see something like that. But you know, good on Joey Leilua for sticking up for himself. I hope Luciani Leilua was okay. I reckon Coruscant probably a couple of week or two for that shot. Yeah, look, it's an ugly thing. But as in terms of the actual game, it was a fucking great game, honestly. Half time, it was, what was the halftime score? I don't even remember the halftime score. Such a good game. Actually, I'll find it in a minute. What was the halftime score? Was it 12-10 at halftime? I can't even fucking remember what the halftime score was. Such a good game. I can't remember what the halftime score was, but it was a fucking great game. I think it was 12-10 Penrith. It was the second best game of the round. Rooster Storm was still the best, but my God, Penrith West Tigers, it is not a rivalry. It is not a rivalry yet. 2 teams in the West. They don't like each other. Doesn't mean it's a rivalry. Very aggressive. 2 sides that I can't wait to watch again when they play because of obviously what happened. At the end, Ivan Cleary had a massive smile on his face, and he kept like laughing and kept doing this. It's like he was taking shots at the West Tigers players that he used to coach a couple of years ago. So I don't know if that's a shot at that or a shot at Michael Maguire, but I thought it was pretty good to see a bit of banter and shit. Maybe a bit ordinary from Ivan, but I love it. Keep it up. There's not enough hate in rugby league. Tonight was good because there's aggression, there's hate. You want to see like Lashani Leilua goes down injured. Joey Leilua was fuming. He just wants to go out there and punch him. You want to see it. You're like, come on, I want to see Joey Leilua get payback. I want him to run at Coruscant. It's great to see aggression in the game. There's not enough of it. Need to be more aggressive in the game. More hate in rugby league is what we all need to see because it's fantastic. Good to see a bit of rivalry. One-on-one. Not like Panthers Tigers is not a rivalry, but like one-on-one rival. Need to see more of that aggression. But the Panthers were great. The Tigers were great. Panthers got it home in the end. Cleary kicked the field goal with 6 minutes to go. And then Coruscant ran a dummy half. Gave it to Dylan Edwards. Scored the try. Won the game. Great game of rugby league, honestly. Now, man of the match. Tough one to pick from because there's a couple of really good names here. So, I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to give it to David Nofaluma. Thought he was outstanding. Number 2, I'm going to give it to James Fisher-Harris. And number 1, my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Api Koroisau. I thought he was terrific tonight, Api Koroisau. Dangerous from dummy half. Made 45 tackles. Quick mention to Matt Eisenhuth as well. 56 tackles tonight. That's outstanding. Thought Harry Grant played well as well. I'm going to give the West Tigers performance tonight a 6 out of 10. I'm going to give the Panthers performance tonight a 7.5 out of 10. Thought it was a great game of rugby league. The 2 other games were pretty shit, but this was a great game. And yeah, bring back the Biff. That's all I got to say. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed Super Saturday. I hope you, especially the last game between Tigers and Penrith. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go to the pub or something. I'm getting out of here, guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Sunday football review. I might do a live stream tomorrow. Not too sure yet. Still got to figure it all out. I didn't stream tonight. I was going to stream Tigers Panthers. Probably should have now looking back on it. Fucking regrets, I tell you. But I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great Sunday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Catch you later, lads.